Hello, and welcome to week 2. My name is Amy Urbanis, and I am going to be the other instructor alongside Amanda Walsh this semester. And I'm looking forward to getting to work with all of you a little bit more. Just as a note, this week is our first Collaborate session. Please go back to the Learning Unit 1 where there's some information, some detailed information about how to access Collaborate. We might also use Zoom, so there's also some information about that. But please make sure that you have a chance to download any appropriate or needed software that you need prior to the Collaborate session and test it out so you have an idea of whether or not it's going to work for you. So for those of you that like to read information, all the information that I'm about ready to talk about can be found in the Learning Unit underneath the chapters 3, 4, and 5 summary. And for those of you that like to listen to things like myself, or just need to get somewhere and like to listen to this in your car, here's just a quick review of the things that I think I want you to focus on as far as chapters 3, 4, and 5. So chapter 3, 4, and 5, what we're looking at this week is communication, nutrition interviewing, and then tying it together with developing a nutrition care plan. So chapter 3 is all about communication and ensuring that we as nutrition professionals are able to listen, understand, and effectively communicate the education provided. This chapter looks at cultural differences in terms of communication style. Alaska, as many of you know, is an extremely diverse state, and I cannot stress enough the importance of understanding these differences to help you be an effective counselor. Table 3.1 in the text provides an excellent overview. Cultural differences in learning and communication will be something to observe and comment on in your observation practicum. Another key component of this chapter that takes practice to learn and hone in on are the skills, is the skill of asking open-ended questions and using these to your advantage in your assessment and formulating a plan. These are skills that we will look into in more detail. However, a great refresher is in Exhibit 3.1. These are tried and true questions. I'm excited about diving into asking open-ended questions with all of you, and really hope that you take the opportunity to observe this in your practicum sites. For chapter 4, this is about nutrition interviewing, and nutrition interviewing should also be somewhat of a review for you, either with DN 312 or if you got your undergraduate in another institution, whatever counseling course you might have taken. In DN 312, however, that course really skimmed the surface of this topic. So you will be given the opportunity in both your practicum and the face-to-face days that we have together to practice these skills. The motivational nutrition counseling algorithm on page 79 of your text is an excellent way to think of your interaction with a client or patient, whether it's 15 minutes or whether it's 2 hours long. Many styles work nicely with this model. The lifestyle management interview checklist, which is form 7.5 on page 419 in the back of your textbook, follows this format. And although it's a lengthy interview checklist, it may also be useful in your observation of others in this course. Begin practicing Exhibit 4.2, Guidelines for Using a Typical Day Strategy, as you will be asked to use this again in your practicum and face-to-face sessions. This is one of my favorite strategies, so you will get a chance to practice this. It encompasses the best of communication and nutrition assessment and intervention. And then moving on to Chapter 5. Chapter 5, as you read through, really should be a review again, mostly of your MNT courses. So whether that was DN 401, 402, or other MNT courses. I think that we've covered some of this in other dietetics and nutrition courses as well. But this dives into nutrition care planning and completing an assessment and intervention plan. Like I said, it really should be in a review. This chapter provides a decent review, though, if needed. And the new focus in this chapter compared to other things that you've worked on in prior courses is that these assessment skills are focused on outpatient counseling and an outpatient counseling setting compared to that of an acute care setting. So hopefully we'll start tying all these things together. Please review the learning unit, the other materials that are in the learning unit. Please do read over these chapters as they'll provide, like I said earlier, a little bit of a framework for what we're going to start looking at and observing in our practicums and what we'll be practicing. Have a great week. And we'll see you on Tuesday at the Collaborate session.